So our next speaker is Valerie Rice.
I'd like everyone to take a moment, someone who's sitting next to you, I'd like you to come up with one verbal communication and one nonverbal communication. If you will do that now, I'd appreciate it. One verbal communication, how would you express it? One nonverbal communication, how would you express it?
Really missed you.
Thank you very much. I would like to just hear what you came up with. What was your nonverbal? Okay, what was your verbal?
Would you like to have some chips?
Very good. Was that nonverbal when I did this? Or verbal? Nonverbal. What about this group?
I said hello and I smiled at the person.
Very good.
I'm patting.
And the verbal?
Hello.
Yeah.
Very good.
With a handshake and introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Hi, my name is, smile, handshake.
Very good. Very good. So everyone knows the basics of communications. We didn't even need a textbook, did we? Communication happens. The issue is we want to control how we communicate in order to attract a guest to then become a member. So the question is, how do you do that? It has to be purposeful. Verbal are words. Nonverbal is wordless. So I'm going to give you 4 strategies today. You have a handout before you. Let's go over the strategies, and when I give them to you, you will take a moment and write them in your blanks. The first strategy is greet, and I'll sit it right here. The second strategy is give. I'll sit that right here. The third strategy is guide. I'll place this here. And the fourth strategy is group think. I decided to do vignettes to go through the 4 as opposed to lecturing. So take a moment with the person sitting next to you, answer the 4 questions, then we'll go over greet, give, guide, and group think. Do that now. Has everyone had an opportunity to go over them? Let's come back together, and if you didn't get an opportunity, you'll get an opportunity now. Can I have a person volunteer to read the first question for us? Or the first vignette, I should say. Okay, go ahead.
Guest 1 enters the Toastmasters meeting. The VP of membership immediately approaches. Hi, my name is VP. How are you? VP allows guest to continue the conversation. Guest finds a seat. The meeting begins. Is this a good strategy?
So can you read number 3 for us?
Yeah. At the end of the Toastmaster meeting, the president asks, are there any questions? Wonders about cost, says, I think this is great. What's the cost of joining? Is this a good strategy?
What did your group come up with?
Well, we were puzzled by the question. I kind of read through it and decided no.
It's not a good strategy. Number 1, the guest has interrupted the meeting with a question that clearly should have been filtered much earlier on. It is not okay when you have an agenda to have guests raising their hand, because this is going to throw your meeting off between 3 to maybe 7 or 10 minutes. It's a problem when a person is asking something that was a role for us. With all of our officers, we take part in this. It's not just the VP of membership. Of course, I'm the VP of membership, but as a team, we have to make sure that we do it. I take a moment to go over, and again, this is only if you have an opportunity. I take that application out and I go immediately to the dues section. And I literally write on there, our club is $10, this is January, you'll be paying $18, and then because you're a new member, you'll be doing $20. At the end, I circle what it is, so that they actually know what's happening. If you don't do it at the beginning, do it at the end, because of course, timing is everything. Most guests, whenever they know a meeting starts, they usually will arrive early because of their level of uncomfortableness anyway. So that's an advantage that we have when we want to attract a guest and then convert them to be a member.
And already ready?
It's important to know that attitude is everything. Any book that you pick up about being a CEO, being the top of your game, stepping into the winner's circle, the thing that is discussed the most is your attitude. I'm sure everyone has heard this. Your attitude will determine your altitude. So bring that into the Toastmaster. When you are ready to convert from being a guest to a member, what is your attitude? If you're trying to do something, you're going to keep trying to do it. You need a groupthink, either with the officers, or you can even brainstorm on your own, because most of us still are in the workforce in our club. You can even just brainstorm through the strategies that you already know through work to come up with a groupthink and then bring it to your club. Here are just a couple of things that we've done. I was very fortunate to land a spot on the TV show that's in our local area. They offered it to me as an attorney. I gave it to Toastmasters after I asked them, is it possible that I speak about Toastmasters instead of my law office? And that was fine. I didn't mind giving that away. That was an opportunity that Toastmasters had to get on the airway. And they have not just Indiana. The television program is also seen in Illinois. So we got that as a benefit. We also ran a MAG challenge. Magazines are very valuable to individuals who don't know what they're going to get. If you ask your members, bring in and recycle to me instead of recycling to the city. Recycle them, put them in your guest book. All you have to do is conceal the information. That's very easy to do. You just get one of those white tags, put it over that, and it's concealed. What I normally do is first circle over it so you don't read the information, then put the white tag. It's not even identifiable. That's one good strategy that you can use. Another thing that we ran was the Smedley Cup. We did that contest. We asked the members, encouraged them, bring someone in. And if you do, they got a commemorative cup. So we're trying to pull from our membership too to join in as well. It's a group effort. All these answers, by the way, I'll give you a handout at the end. It features all of the answers and the 3 strategies that I spoke about in terms of the Smedley Cup. I also wrote an article in our newsletter as well. So these are just some of the opportunities that I think that if you just foster in greet, give, guide, and groupthink, you'll be much better off when it comes to a guest being converted to a member.